With the position you want to be in is just over hip width apart, so that your toes face forwards. Let's get my magic carpet all nice and set up here. Really, this pattern is called magic carpet. You can't make this stuff up. And so can you see the shape, the A frame that you want to be in? Because if you put your feet together, you're a bit wobbly. If you have a nice broad foundation, you're going to feel more stable. And you want your toes to be pointing forwards, unless that causes trouble in your knees, in which case they can be out slightly. Maybe your toes are in training, so we're bringing them in because we want to have a little bit of bounce in the knees and the ankles. Maybe I should stand sideways so you can see that going on. And also you want to stroke under the lower back, so we're avoiding the back buttocks sticking out. We're stroking under so that you have that stable, strong, but flexible foundation. Okay, settling in, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, let yourself surrender to gravity and use your hips and your legs and your feet to take your body weight. Feel your spine lengthening, the jaw relaxing, and on your next out breath, let your shoulders relax down into the support of the spine, so the arms hang at the sides. And just take a moment or two to notice that the support of Mother Earth is underneath you. And give thanks to that. Something, an obvious appreciation, like giving thanks to the support of the earth, helps you to, that acknowledgement just helps you to settle down a little bit more and go, yeah, thank you. All the time, you're there for me, you support me, thank you, thank you, thank you. You might get a sense of your feet sinking deeper into the earth, or roots unfurling down as you make that energetic connection down and anchoring yourself into the earth. The earth is my home. The earth is all of our homes. Blessings on the earth. And so we're setting up what we refer to in Qigong as Wu-Chi, W-U-C-H-I or J-I, depending which translation you use, but I'm not going down that to explain that right now. But Wu means to empty out. So you're letting go of what is no longer needed in your system. So you're letting go of stagnation, of tension, anxiety, fear, worry, because actually your system doesn't want to hold on to this stuff. But sometimes when we're in a contracted sense, we don't know what to do with it, so we hold on more. But actually, when you come into this connection to the earth and you recognize that support, you start to soften in, don't you? You just soften into that support. And before you know it, that feeling of the power from the earth resonates up into your bones. And you get how strong your bones are and how flexible. I mean, all the bones of your feet. You think of how small your feet are in relation to the rest of your body, and they take all your weight and they move you around. Powerful, strong, flexible, coordinated. Love your feet. And so you might sense some tingling coming up from the earth. So what happens energetically is when we stand like this, when we stand still, we're not using movement. We're not using our energy to create movement. So the energy can be used for releasing, for healing, for realigning. There's a wisdom inside your system that kind of knows when you get out of the way, when the mind gets out of the way, and you just bring it into this place of natural stance. And we have meridian lines to travel around the body, which I'm sure you know about, or heard of, certainly. And some of them are discharge channels and some of them are receiving channels. And we have the biggest sort of discharge channel travels down over the top of the head and down the back and down the back of the legs, goes all the way to the little toe. This is one of the water meridian lines. And I love to imagine that this is like standing in a waterfall, that you're kind of standing in this gentle waterfall that's pattering on the top of your head, down on the back of your head, on your shoulders, and down the whole of your back, just a gentle massage with the pattering of the water, clearing down any stress or tension in the back of you, over your buttocks and the back of your thighs, down the back of your knees, down the back of your shins, taking all the tension from those muscles down and out, down deep into the earth. Imagine that there's a couple of rivulets now coming down from your heels that travel down deep into the earth, where amazingly, the earth is a great composter. You know this from your kitchen waste or your garden waste. She mulches things down and makes stuff new again. She does this with your energetic waste, and she actually wants it. She wants you to give her this because that's honoring her transformation qualities. So it's utterly fine to let go of all your toxic debris into the earth with gratitude. So your mind is curious about this. It's like, really, is this what happens when I stand still? It looks like we're doing nothing, but all this is going on. Exactly. That's why you can't necessarily just watch Qigong. You got to get in and have a play with it, see how that feels. And I don't know about you, but once I've done that clearing waterfall down the back, I kind of feel like I can sit. I kind of like sit in the back, like I've got a bar stool or something, and I'm kind of perched on my bar stool and my feet touching the ground, obviously. But that kind of brings me sort of back and less sort of moving forwards. And you do want the weight of your feet to be balanced, so you don't want to be all the way back in your heels. You want that sense of balance. So we've set up a bit of clearing, and as we've cleared down the back, we've also been clear around the kidney area, which we will come back to. But that is an area that can hold byproducts of stress and the stagnation of fear. So we've already started to clear all that down. And this is wonderful. It means we can do something about stuff that goes on in the mind. And I think the mind picks up what the body's holding on to. And so if the mind's picking up fear, worry, anxiety, it's like, where is that held in my body? What can I do? Well, you can do this standing and you can do the shaking. So setting up the shake is absolutely setting up the Wu Chi, because we need to have an aligned standing posture to shake from, with, and back to. So we've set up the foundation here. We've got a little bit of poise going on in the upper body. I'd like you to soften your belly. In fact, you might like to rub your belly. Remind yourself to let it go. We like Buddha bellies in Qigong. This is where you inhabit your center of creativity. So as you soften the belly, it might well change how the breathing feels. You notice the air gliding in and out of your body. Receiving and releasing in a natural flow. Creating balance and harmony as the old is replaced by the new. And this is also mirrored by each and every one of your cells that is also wired for balance. So we are tuning into this state of balance, this state of harmony, this potential that you are set up for naturally in your DNA, in your cells, in your very being. And this is where healing and creativity can grow from. I'm talking pure creativity, and you get creative about all sorts, but that's that sort of natural creativity of you expressing your soul's desire. The manifestations that come through you tend to come from a place of balance and harmony and connection to source. So let's look at connection to source. So this is from the crown chakra. Imagining a shard of white light, like a brilliant laser beam traveling up from the crown of your head that has an uplifting quality to it, which lengthens your spine. Because remember, you're sitting in your bar stool and you're being lifted up now. So your spine is lengthening. Back of your neck lengthens too. You're going to gaze down at 45-degree angle. So hopefully that's where the screen is or thereabouts. And this shoots up through the air above your head, through the ceiling and out into the sky and up, 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 up into the cosmos. And we're just requesting for it to dock in with the source of all love and light. You might like to imagine that as a star or a crystal directly above you that is so full of love for you that you recognize it when you dock in and you give such great thanks. Know that you are cared for beyond this physical realm. And that we acknowledge this center line of light that is now coming down through you. So even though it's going up, there's also a channel now that comes down your center line that links with one of the meridian lines, the center line. And imagine that also penetrating down into the earth. So you become this channel of light from the cosmos into the earth. This is really extraordinary. This is you bringing starlight, cosmic energy into the planet for connection and for healing from Mother Earth. So that's the profound bit. Now we can get into the fun bit, which is using this beam of light like an energetic pogo stick. This is, I don't know how else to describe it, that you want to just begin to let yourself bounce. And I want you to imagine your belly is the center of this bounce. You might like to imagine one of those little jet balls. I don't even know if you're allowed to have them anymore, but the little jet balls that were quite powerful or tiny, and it's bobbing away inside, and your body just starts bouncing, and the emphasis is down, 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 down. And all the time that center line is holding you, so your shoulders bob up and down because they're attached to the spine via the shoulder girdle. So everything can now arrange itself around this center line because you're shaking it. And what I find is that when I'm shaking up and down this center line, I notice that my right shoulder's a little bit stiffer than the left. So I'll just lean into my right side a bit, let that right arm sort of shake a little bit, free up that right shoulder, see if that will help to ease it up. Then when it's done a bit of a jiggle, I'll come back to center again and see if that's helped a bit. Yeah, more often than not, the left side's going, oh, go on, do me anyway, because I want to have a play. So you can hand over to the wisdom of your body. See what wants to happen, but always bring it back to this center place of bobbing up and down when you've gone off piste, so to speak. Don't forget to breathe. I do actually usually put a bit of music on for this. What I can do is I can give you links to that. I've got a Spotify list called Chi Up Your Life. And I've got it all over that Facebook group, Chi Up Your Week. And you can always ask me, what is that shaking tune, Clara? Because it's one that we've used forever. I keep trying to bring new ones in, but people go, no, we want that one. But here without a tune, you're finding your own rhythm, aren't you? You're finding maybe, I've got this steady rhythm that I'm used to, but you might find you're doing a half one, you're maybe doing a faster one. You're letting your body decide what feels useful. And all the time you're shaking down, down, down into the ground, knowing that you're shaking off a little bit more of what is ready to go, because you can only shake off what is ready to go. So let's take a few deep breaths in through the nose and sigh out through the mouth. Another one. One more time with some sound. And then let the breathing go back to normal. If it makes you yawn, that's really good. Yawning gets rid of so much tension in the jaw and in the face. I'm bringing my weight into one leg now and kind of, well, about 70-30 actually, so that I can free up the slightly emptier leg and let that jiggle a bit around in the hip. You basically can't do shaking wrong, as long as it's not causing pain. Your body responds to this. It's easy to do. I tend to find I do a little bit extra shaking in the day when I'm boiling a kettle. That's a nice little jiggle time. I'm doing it for a little bit longer with you here now because you're more likely to do it for a little bit longer if someone else is with you, who's your mate, obviously, rather than someone that doesn't know what's she doing all that jiggling for. How are your shoulders? Sometimes it's nice to do some shoulder rolls whilst you're jiggling. Okay, so we've cleared what's ready to go, which means we've got some new vitality that is wanting to come in. Now, the way we help that to land in the place that's your rechargeable battery unit, which is in your belly, your lower dantian, is we just before we stop the movement, we take our mind down to that area out of curiosity and just request that the movement begins to subside and that all the extra energy can rush into this place in like a golden stream of light into a little ball here and gather itself as you come into stillness. Back into your center line, awareness, connecting deeply with the earth, maybe connecting even deeper because you've been shaking yourself down into there. Watching as your breathing finds its rhythm again, its rhythm of rest. And seeing what you notice. It takes a couple of minutes for everything to settle. So with Qigong, we don't rush from one thing to another. We honor and respect our systems, and we come back into the standing Wu Chi and just let everything integrate and settle after whatever it is we've just done. Very nice. So just have a little, let yourself move out of that position, maybe shake your legs a bit. We could go through a whole leg shaking thing, but just do your own thing. Do your own leg shaking thing. Shaking thing. I'm going to have a little slurp because I've been chatting. Anybody want to say anything? Or should we just crack on with a bit of kidney work? Well, you're all still here. That's great. Thank you so much. Cool. So we want to get into clearing more in a deeper way. So the kidney energy is linked to the water element in Qigong, in traditional Chinese medicine, of which Qigong is part of. And your natural vitality is said to be kept in your kidneys. So let's just find our kidneys that are like quite high up in the middle of your back, and just sort of give them a little rub. Or if that's not comfortable, give a little with the back of your hands, front, a little tap, say hello to your kidneys, warm up your kidneys. Now, above the kidneys are the adrenal glands. They just sit on top like little caps. And it's these that get overused with stress and anxiety and worry. And there's this, they produce cortisol, which is a steroid, which makes you feel good and like invincible for a little while. And then it can be very caustic to the system. It creates acidosis in the system, and that is the aging side of things, and we don't want that. We want to come back into rejuvenation. We want to come back into our natural energy and our vitality that is also held here. So we've got a bit of a yin-yang thing going on with the kidneys. And so loving them, first of all, love your kidneys. They are just your friends. They so are. So with your hands on here, in whatever way is comfortable for you, and picturing them as deep blue, like deep sapphire blue. When you breathe in next with a soft belly, imagine that some of the chi from your breath goes towards your kidneys. So like you're filling your hands with the deep blue hue of your breath. And as you breathe out, anything that needs to be transmuted travels down the back of your legs into the ground and travels out of your breath into the air to be transformed. Let's do 2 more breaths like this. The deep blue breath into the kidneys. And breathing out and releasing. Wow, this is powerful. And one more time. Breathing in the deep blue of the breath into the kidneys, into your hands. And as you breathe out, just let the hands come off the kidneys and slide down off the body, over the buttocks, following this discharge line, down the back of the legs, all the way down to the ground. Go as far as is comfortable. See how you go. Keep your knees bent. Hands come over. This is like a discharge point at the bottom here. Hang on, let me go back a bit so you can see what I'm doing. At the back there. And then the palms can face the ground. If you can't get down very far, just use your intention and connect down to the ground, because this is discharging down. You really want all that debris to go down, because in a minute you're going to place the palms of the hands in the inside of the legs. You're picking up the receiving channels, and these come up the inside of the legs from the top of the earth, and they're going to come up into this rechargeable unit in your dantian, and you stand kind of like that, holding an energy field of lush gorgeousness, I often refer to it as. It's an elixir field. So we're creating a flow of release and receive. So let's go over that. So from here, the hands are going to float round to the back, connect in with the kidneys, clear down, all the way down to the ground, palms face the ground, head releases. As you breathe in, you come up the inside of the legs to dantian and settle. So you may want to watch me do this, because it's a tricky one when you've got your head between your legs to go, what is she doing now? So let me do this demo for you. If I do it front on, and then I'll do it side on. So all the time my knees are bent, so I'm responding to this and making it easy for myself. Okay, have a little play. Let's floating the arms around to behind. Clearing out and down. Letting the head go, so it's looking between your legs. So releasing the neck. Palms on the ground or thereabouts. And then come up the inside of the legs. Drawing the fresh new chi up into Dantian. And then you relax for a moment. You can relax. If you're doing this yourself, you can relax here for as long as you want. Because this is a place to start getting used to the feeling of. This position itself is expanding your energy field. So if we coordinate this movement with the breath, it can amplify it. Let's do this nice and steadily. The first movement we do, the sweep round the kidneys, is the in-breath. You can bring the blue in if you want. As we sweep down, we're breathing out, clearing, discharge down deep into the earth. Then we're breathing in, drawing up the fresh new vitality into your belly. And then we're breathing out and settling and waiting. A couple more times. Breathing in to kidneys. Breathing out, clearing down, all the way down the center of the earth. In breath brings up the fresh vitality up the inside of the legs. And breathing out as you steady that in your home recharge center. So good to know we've got one, isn't it? Breathing into kidneys. And breathing out and clearing down. Breathing in and drawing up. Breathing out and settling. So now just pausing in this place here. I'll come a little bit closer. You can see what my hands are doing. So the palms are facing into my belly. The thumbs are relaxed, they're not sticking up. There's ease in my arms and hands. We're not holding anything here. They're only just floating in the air. So there's a softness and an ease. And I have this kind of like thing where I just let them waft a bit. And that's the way I know that they're not holding, that they're kind of exploring where they want to land in the air. Because sometimes, they might want to be in a little bit closer. Sometimes they want to be a bit, do you know what I mean? You're kind of letting your hands, so your shoulders are relaxed, you're not up there, the elbows are released. And there's this softness. So this means you're not trying, you are allowing the possibility of the chi to flow. And you have just activated some really powerful energy lines to clear you out and recharge you. So while we're standing like this, if it says okay for you, you can also sit if it's not easy on your legs. But stay in contact with your Dantian, this elixir field, this golden globe of light in your belly. Now this actually is your center of physical balance. So it's really nice to reiterate that and to say to yourself, I am balanced, and breathe those words into your Dantian. I am balanced. As you breathe out, feel the balance traveling down both of your legs into your feet as you acknowledge the balance that you have on the earth. And then you could say, I am calm. You could breathe in, I am calm. And as you breathe out, let that feeling of calm travel around your torso, up into your belly, into your solar plexus, to your heart and your lungs. I am calm. And then I hand it over to you for the last one here today. Say something, I am, something that you would like to now say, and breathe that into your belly and let it travel into your body. Very nice. Should we do I am abundant as well? Unless you've already done it. Let's finish it all together with I am abundant. I am massively abundant. Beyond my wildest dreams, as Sue would say. You can breathe that in and feel that expansive energy. It's becoming you. As you acknowledge that truth about yourself, what an abundant being you are. So many ways. So sensing this energy inside of you as an expansive field of golden light, traveling down your legs and up your torso, down your arms and into your head. So you powered yourself up from the inside by simply shaking and doing that clearing form. So let's complete with a really, really lovely, it was a tapping sequence, not EFT tapping, but it's a way of bringing this energy, this light energy to the surface of the body so that you create a shield of light around you. Yeah, it's really cool. So we're literally going to go from here to bring the hands above the heads, and we just tap on the head, just drumming around the head. Hear that tapping around the back of the head, bring the chi to the skin of the head. Now over your face, obviously close your eyes as you tap over your face, around your nose, around your mouth and your jaw, and just have a little look at your jaw joint. So open and close your mouth, feel where that articulation point is, and then massage it. The jaw is said to hold the most tension in the body, and we don't notice it because it's always there due to chatting and chomping. But this is why yawning is so good. And massaging. It's good if it's a bit weird, doesn't it? It's a bit weird, isn't it? But that's all good. We're going to tap up and down the back of the neck. Into the top of the shoulders. I'm going to tap down. So I've got these loose fists going on. They kind of land on the body. Easy. Remember, everything's easy about Qigong. Easy peasy. Down it goes. Down the arms. Top of the hands. To the underside. Very nice. Let's go up to the top of that one. Top of the hands. Top of the arms. Bringing the chi up. Bringing it around your whole arms. We're going to do a deep breath in and we're going to pummel our chests and go, ah, a bit like Tarzan. So this is great because it's tapping your thymus. So first of all, we're going to breathe out. And when we breathe in, we're going to inflate the belly and then the chest. And then you've got loads of air to do your ahs with, okay? the first thing you need to do is breathe out. Feel that posture and that connection. Relax your belly, breathe in. Your chest. Tap down the center line, over your belly, your hips, back into your back where you were around your kidneys, into the lower back. You will chi up. Quite nice tapping your lower back anyway, isn't it? Over your buttocks, into the hips at the side. Now we're going to tap down the outside of the legs and come up that inside leg channel that you already know about. Up the inside. We're going to go down again, the outside of the legs. Up the inside. Now we're going to tap down the front and up the back. Now we're going to go down the back and up the front. A little bit of a shake. I want you to just stand now. Back in your Wu Chi. Notice how tingly you feel. So any other stagnation? It's just dripping off the ends of your fingers and sliding down into the earth, the soles of your feet. The waterfall is at your back. You may like to let the waterfall come down your front as well by rocking a little bit. Clearing you down of anything that's not in alignment with this higher vibration of energy and light that is now covering the whole of your body and cannot be washed away because it's existing in this golden light frequency that is emanating from the center of you. So you've made this for yourself. There's a power in here, and it's now covering all the way around you. You may see it like a, saying like a, you remember the Ready Brett Kid? And I think we've just got a message. So just stay settled in there, noticing the gold all around you. So this acts like a semi-permeable membrane. It only allows in the light frequencies of positivity and that which you are wanting to invite into your life. And anything that is not that falls off and down into the earth for transforming. I want us to add something to this because of what's going on in the world. I want us to bring in this flavor of liquid light, or like a light elixir. It's actually paler gold. It's like a white gold. I want us to imagine that we are surrounded in this white gold mist. So we have a layer of gold all around us, and we're surrounded in a white gold mist. As you breathe in, I want you to take some of this white gold mist into your lungs as the deepest level of healing that can possibly be invited into your system. Like it's the sweetest aroma, the most beautiful flower scent ever. And you gift it to your lungs, and as you breathe out, you may notice you just breathe out like a dusty mist back into the white all around you, instantly transmuting. We're going to do this again. So you're breathing in this beautiful white, misty, gorgeous, fragranced elixir breath. And it brings in such a high level of protection for your lungs. They're loving it. as do you. You breathe out a dusty mist. It's not quite as dusty as the last one. One more time, breathing in the white, glorious Qi. I know that as much as that is also creating a beautiful, serene boundary between you and the outside world in your lungs, breathing out again, it's also being infused into your bloodstream, through your heart, and it's now traveling around your body as like top quality healing, scintillating Qi that gives each and every one of your cells exactly what it needs to remain healthy and balanced and happy, steady and revitalized. I am balanced, I am calm, I'm abundant, and I'm a healing machine. So much more. I can take care of myself, and as I take care of myself, that enables me to take care of others. As I take care of others, this ripples out into the world. And I bring my beaming beingness in as a beacon of light for others, so that they too may find the way into a calm, balanced, resourceful way of being. Because this, my lovely friends, is your internal medicine that you've made for yourself, that is there whenever you need it to be. As you bring your hands to crossed hand position at Dantian, so the right hand comes off on first if, for us women, left if you're a chap. They cross over at the palms, come over that front door of that special sacred place, and you say, and so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Rub in your belly, feeling that warmth and that light suffusing you, and know that you have just done some proper magic for yourself. It will serve you well in the coming days and months. And you know that once you've done this kind of work, you can go back in there again and top it up. So we've planted the seeds. And the key is repetition with Qigong. So this is why I do my Qi Up My Week, to encourage you to keep tapping into that which is so good for you. Beautiful. Now is a perfect time to just be in calm, peaceful meditation space for about 5 minutes, or 20 if you want to. But just to let your system integrate all that you have just experienced. You may find you want to journal or drop me some notes. I don't know if we can leave this open, or whether just if you want to get in touch with me, either do it through Sue Stone or through my page, Clara Apollo. That's my wall. Very happy to continue this conversation with you and be here to help you at this time, because we are all in this together. These gifts have really helped me so much over the years, so it's time to share them with you more. I'm just going to bring it into a close and give thanks for our time and space here today. Beautiful.